Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to the Tacos with Friends podcast. We're back on September 1st, 2017. First of the month. Fucking awesome.
Septembre
uno
2017.
Dos uno 7.
Hey, speaking of September, how crazy it is that summer is already almost over. Fall starts.
And
Football season
thankfully,
starting on.
pumpkin spice season is coming back.
It's the best. All right, so I'm a big candle guy, and I really enjoy pumpkin spice. And the fall time, whenever you come into my house, all you're gonna smell is Belgian waffle candles and pumpkin spice.
Pretty much.
I don't know what the fuck a pumpkin even tastes like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Really?
No, why would I eat pumpkin?
Nobody eats pumpkin, but you get pumpkin spice.
But
You
the
eat
thing is,
pumpkin pie.
I don't
October.
eat pumpkin pie.
Well,
I don't know what
once,
the fuck a pumpkin pie tastes like.
Really?
What?
You're missing out, Greg.
Are you like have you ever seen the Bernie Mac Def Comedy Jam
I
set?
have not.
Black people don't eat fucking pumpkin. We eat sweet potato pie.
how the fuck have you never had pumpkin
I've
pie
never had,
though?
I've never had sweet potato pie.
Are you fucking serious?
I've had them
listen.
both, and they're both awesome.
So,
But
there's
I gotta
obviously
say, pumpkin pie is much better than
a
sweet
cultural
potato pie.
divide
Well,
here
of course,
between
because
me
you're
and
not
Greg.
black.
Yeah.
That's why.
So-
I'm only half black.
How is sweet potato? I've never had. Is it?
Sweet potato pie is like delicious.
I'm sure
man.
Yeah, it's
it
fucking
seems
like
like it seems like it has
incredible.
the same. All right, I need to ask that to Ivan then. How do the two compare? Are they the same?
The two compare. The pumpkin pie is a lot sweeter. It has a lot more full taste. Sweet potato pie is really good. I don't really like the texture of sweet potato pie. Pumpkin pie is a lot more creamier, while sweet potato pie can be a lot thicker. That's cool for some people, but I personally like pumpkin pie just a little bit more because I like pumpkin more than I like sweet potatoes. If I'm gonna eat sweet potatoes, I'll eat it in yam form. Fuck
Yeah.
a pie. Yams are great.
Serious.
I load mine up with whipped cream.
Dude, Thanksgiving is awesome, and when my grandmother makes sweet potato pie, that's fucking great. I'm glad to have sweet potato pie. But if I had to choose between pumpkin and sweet potato, I'm gonna go with pumpkin because I just like pumpkin better, dude. Pumpkin spice anything is fucking great, dude. The pumpkin spice lattes come out, the white girls going crazy. The pumpkin spice fucking Pop Tarts. There's already an ad for them already.
Pumpkin spice lattes and turtlenecks.
And turtlenecks?
And a nice book on a fall day. Come on.
Yep.
Well,
With
Your
holler at me
girl's
when they
walking
get the,
around wearing. It's about to get cold, and she's walking around wearing the thinnest yoga pants you could ever fucking find. Why are you trying to show off so much ass on fucking? It's about to be freezing cold.
Well, when they get the sweet potato pie latte, come holler at me. I'll be the first in line at Starbucks.
Ugh, that sounds gross, man.
It actually would be very delicious.
You
Yeah.
kind of
But
want to get a sweet potato pie.
get that sweet potato pie, Jim. If
Sweet-
you want
I
some
see
bad
them all the
enough,
time.
they're the fucking
Sweet potato
delicious.
pie
So
is
You can't get them from everywhere, buddy.
See, last night I started craving a apple pie at like 2 in the morning, and I was like, I could probably go and find an apple pie somewhere right now. No, you know what? Because I know like Jewel Osco, they stay open till like 1 o'clock, 12 sometimes. And if I ever get into late night craving, sometimes I'll go there and just, like when I mean late night craving, when I get the munchies, I'll go there and just walk around. And until I find something really
To
nice.
see Jim just fucking futzing around fucking Jewel Osco looking at all the bakery shit.
Couple things about when
And a
you
whole bunch
go
of
on this
stuff.
mission to find a sweet potato pie. You just can't go to any regular store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially when you're buying a sweet potato pie from a store. I wouldn't even recommend getting it
Dude,
from
Baker
a store.
Square has really good sweet potato pies.
Of course, you're not black. That's why you would think that. For one, you have to go to.
If you don't get your Miss Patty Bell buying ass,
no, that pie is terrible.
They are terrible,
That's
but
a
every
terrible
black
pie.
dude was trying to get
No,
those
no, no,
fucking
no, no,
pies.
no, no.
They're like sold out because every
You have
fucking
to go to a terrible neighborhood,
Okay.
and
Fair
preferably an older
Fair play.
woman is making the pie.
I got you.
Or you just have to find.
You got to find an old black woman with
Yeah.
arm fat. With the dripping arm fat, they make the best sweet potato pies.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So once you find that old black woman, come holler at me
All right.
because I would love to taste it with you.
I'm ready for some.
But talking about tasting pie, let's talk about the serving of pie that Mayweather gave McGregor in
Let's call it segue, Greg. I
the
like that.
fight of the century.
That was a horrible segue to serving a pie.
Well, of course you would think that because you're not black.
And of course,
That's racist. Yeah. The Mayweather McGregor fight happened last week, as everyone knows. It was awesome. I thought it was great, at least until the 6th round. I would say 6th or 5th round, you could tell how tired McGregor was looking. Like, he was starting.
You watched the fight?
I did watch the fight because I told you I fucked that if I was gonna pay for the fight. At like round 3 or 4, they started posting him on Facebook Live. Like, people just started doing live video,
But
and
you
I
wouldn't have
watched
to
it through
pay for the
there.
fight.
Huh?
Right.
You wouldn't have to.
You could have been around friends.
Yes.
You know,
Cracking a cold one with the
you
boys.
know what?
Yeah.
I wanted to play the game. I wanted to spend time playing the game.
Interesting.
So I had Facebook. I had the fight on one monitor, and I had the game right here. It wasn't just gonna be me and you nerds with the game.
So
it
did
was
we.
me
We
and
did
you.
two
Wait. You, the guy who just said I wanted to stay home and play video games is calling me a nerd.
This
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was definitely it was a much more competitive
Yeah.
fight than what people thought. And if you go back to last week's episode when the genius over here was saying that it was going to be a much more competitive fight than everybody saw it, we can go back and I can say I told you so.
Well, I can tell you this much. They must not have gave Mayweather those gold bars because, like, maybe the way that we look at the fight is a little different because from the onset, from like the first round,
Yeah.
when I looked at it, I was like, okay, McGregor, he's doing something. He's doing a little something. The second round on, remember I told you, Mayweather's up to something because he usually doesn't fight like that.
Yeah.
He was just standing there getting punched.
That was
And it was like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You're going to let this motherfucker just
Tire
tire
himself
herself out.
yeah, that was very smart.
Then you're going to, of course, you're going to put them hands on him, and he'll be done. I would almost say I think Mayweather could have beat him in the first round.
Yeah, it was definitely a smart strategy by Mayweather and his camp by just let McGregor just tire himself out.
But even when he tired himself out pretty early too, like halfway into the fight, you could tell McGregor was,
Yeah,
you know, how he was throwing punches, he was tired, but he still stuck out for 5 more rounds
Yeah,
after
he's
that.
not known for having very good cardio, and I just good for Mayweather for letting him go. Yeah, about the 5th, 6th, he can't even hold his arms up to defend himself. Now the stoppage, I really wish, in MMA usually they'll let him go a little bit longer to stop until the dude's about to pass out. But I thought it was a little early stoppage. I would like to see him at least hit the mat a little bit, maybe see him get his second win. But all in all, maybe he didn't win, but he held his own. He showed that he could crack a couple heads. But yeah, nothing too crazy.
One thing that was funny was being online and just watching all the people do whatever they can. Just do whatever they can to defend McGregor. And they were talking about, well, no one's giving any props to McGregor. No one's talking about McGregor doing this and McGregor doing that. And you're just like, dude, he lost. McGregor's the one that called out Mayweather for the fight. Everyone knew it was a bad idea. Like, we already know how this fight's going to go. McGregor's going to lose.
Now, what I will say is, though, this fight was, like, perfect for both of them.
Yeah.
Mayweather got what he wanted. He got to the 50. He got to that 5-0.
Oh, dude.
But McGregor, he got when a motherfucker loses and everybody expects you to lose, and it's like, you know what? You didn't do that bad.
And you still walk away with $100 million.
Yeah, and you walk away. He didn't walk away looking bad.
No,
he walked away looking like a guy that
He had his
got his
dignity.
ass whooped by a legit great boxer.
Exactly, but he did not get mopped the floor with. He held his own. He definitely kept his dignity. I definitely think that it was a lot better than him.
I think it was
getting
the dare.
pummeled.
I think it was the dare itself. Like, I'm going to go fight this legendary boxer when I am not even an amateur boxer. I'm going to go fight this legendary boxer, and whether I win or lose, it will still bring me great publicity just for the dare anyway. Of
think he
me
just-
going to fight a legendary boxer.
He just passed Cristiano Ronaldo as I think the richest athlete in the world now, or one of the richest.
Who?
McGregor
Really?
for that fucking fight.
Oh
And
yeah,
all the
McGregor got a lot of money.
Well, definitely McGregor walked
Mayweather
out.
got way more money.
He walked out more popular
Yeah.
than he did walking in. So.
It's definitely good for the UFC. All the
It's
publicity
definitely
bro.
good. The only problem thing I worry about is when you look at the other people in the UFC, especially John Jones on steroids. Now you got to wonder what's going to be this UFC fight that can match what we just saw with that. So that's the only thing just with any kind of combat sport.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's what I worry about.
With UFC, it's excuse me. Everything there aren't really as big names as in boxing. It's not as I mean, back in the day, it was like Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz were like the headliners. Then Brock Lesnar for a little while was selling fights. And with UFC, it's kind of like cyclical. Then Ronda Rousey came, and John Jones was around for a while. And now you got McGregor. So basically, anybody McGregor fights is like the main draw. And until McGregor gets beaten or kind of, made human, I think whoever he fights is going to be like the main draw for UFC. But I think the biggest thing that UFC and people love about the UFC is the fact that any fight can end in a knockout, in a brutal, like I said last week, can end in any form of way. With boxing, towards the 5th round, I was getting pretty bored with that fight.
But see, that's the thing. Like, the thing with boxing is, when it's a good fight, it's a good fight. Like, when it's a terrible fight, because those underfights were definitely terrible.
They were rough.
Yeah, and it's like, it's hard to watch them. But when it's a good fight and you're like invested in it, it's like, oh man, like you could just watch. Like, I was watching the crowd. Specifically, I was watching Steve Harvey, who was a terrible person. Like, this is supposed to be like a God-fearing man,
right.
But every time Mayweather started making a run, I'm seeing Steve Harvey sitting up out of his seat. All I see is just a big fucking black mustache. That's how I knew it was him. It's just
caterpillar.
that big black thing that was on his upper lip.
That's funny.
So,
I thought it was funny because like we were anticipating the fight to start early, and it kind of sucked. And I was like, "Fuck, when is it gonna start?" And Greg's like, "Well, once you see Puff Daddy in the background, then you know the fight's gonna start." And what do you know? All of a sudden, I don't know where Puff Daddy. You see him sit in the crowd in the back, and we're like, "Fuck."
Oh yeah,
it's time.
It's
coming. There was
it's
some star power there. LeBron was in the back. We saw a lot of people.
I saw LeBron, Steve Harvey. I even spotted Frank Ocean somewhere in there.
Now, was Stevie Wonder there watching the fight? Because I know he definitely enjoys watching fights.
What's he gonna watch? He's just gonna hear it. He might as well be at home.
What are you talking about?
Huh.
Of course, Stevie Wonder was watching.
Oh,
the fight.
you still don't think he's blind?
Stevie Wonder was watching that fight.
Of course, he was watching the fight.
You still don't think he's blind?
Stevie Wonder was watching the fight. One of the ring girls came up for the little round card, and he handed it to her. And he was like, "Oh, shoot, my bad. We're in round 6. I gave you round 4." He was like, "Here you go. I'm sorry." You didn't see that?
You didn't see it?
Oh, didn't he also look at someone's ass one day?
You
you
didn't
bring that up?
Yeah.
He looked at
you think her ass had Braille on it or something?
Well, talking about Stevie Wonder, who is a songbird of our country, I want to talk about something.
A treasure.
Like, I wanted to talk about, like, an actual treasure. He should be, like, on, what the fuck is the thing with the presidents? The little statue.
Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore.
The little statue? Time out. We can't just gloss over that. The little statue, you mean that big-ass mountain with all the big-ass heads on it called Mount Rushmore? Yes. Okay, continue.
I don't recognize those guys. I don't know who those guys are.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
I only recognize one president, Obama.
44.
Yeah.
You think they'll put Obama on Mount Rushmore?
I think,
and they'll just spray paint.
Well, Mount Rushmore, and not to get too much off topic, I think there's like Wounded Knee. There's like another Native American big ass head. Not
you
too
say
far
Wounded Knee?
Not Wounded Knee, but there's like it's a chief, and I don't mean to butcher the story, but like not too far away from where Mount Rushmore is like a reservation where there's a big ass like chief's head, and it's bigger than Mount Rushmore, and apparently Mount Rushmore was kind of put in there, something like that to take away from the.
And to you asking, is Obama ever going to be on Mount Rushmore? Obama is somewhere better than Mount Rushmore, sir. Obama is in a black woman's home, preferably a black grandmother, right next to Black Jesus.
Yep.
A picture of Obama, Black Jesus.
I've seen that.
That's the only place
Everyone.
that matters.
Every single house I go into, they have a picture of Obama, seriously, next to Black Santa Claus.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Black Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
And he's in their heart.
And no, actually, I'm not going to get off topic because I was going to talk about Jesus is black.
Well, why are you telling me something that I already know, sir? But talking about Black Jesus.
But he also doesn't exist.
Well, sir,
I'm not getting into this.
that is another reason why you're not black. But talking about black people,
yeah, let's go back to
on August 29th, it was the birthday of the King of Pop, Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And I know
That's so off topic.
I don't know if exactly. You know
where we were.
Now the thing is, I know you guys.
We're leaving behind the Mount Rushmore talk.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're talking about
because fuck Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And fuck Floyd Mayweather and fuck McGregor.
Right.
They all can die right now.
And,
so let's talk about the late king of pop.
and what I really wanted to talk about
Michael
was when I was a young lad, I idolized Michael Jackson.
Really? Now was
I idolized Michael Jackson.
now was it black Michael or white Michael at this time?
I'm more so light skinned Michael.
Really?
Yeah, see, there's a thing. So, from Off the Wall to Thriller, that's Black Mike.
Okay.
But then when you get into Bad, that's light skinned Mike.
Now, what drew you to
Oh, his
him? Now,
birthday just passed. Wow.
when you were a kid, was it the fact that like you deified him? Like, wow, he has this Candyland, he has this Neverland Ranch, and I just want to be someone that he smiles upon. I want to go visit him and have fun. Now, were you coming from that angle,
You
or
know
were
what?
you just loved his
The
music?
thing is, I don't think a lot of young black kids wanted to go to Neverland.
Really?
I think it was more so a thing of just like it's one
Hollywood?
of those things where my parents grew up with Michael Jackson, and then you could almost say Michael Jackson was a bigger star when I was coming up than he was
Okay.
when my parents were young.
Okay.
So you got to think, when my dad was growing up, Michael Jackson's here. When I'm born, Michael Jackson's still here, but he's the biggest
Yeah, he's
musician in
huge.
the entire world.
Okay.
But then also, the reason I became a big fan is because of the Jackson 5 movie, which I don't know if you guys have ever seen, with Angela Bassett and Jason
parts.
Weaver in there, which is a great movie, which has been, I've probably seen it over 100 times.
Really?
Oh yeah, they play that all the time.
I've seen it on VH1 several times where they.
Oh, they play it all the time. They almost play it as much as they play Baby Boy on BET. But that's another topic. But what I wanted to talk about was, not so much about like the Michael Jackson music. We all know Michael Jackson has like endless classics,
Right.
great albums.
Sure.
What I wanted to talk about was how I was basically a huge Michael Jackson fan to where now I'm willing to accept that I believe Prince is a better musician than Michael Jackson.
Now is that recency bias? Because I know every time somebody dies, that's when you want to say how much you love them.
But here's the thing: Prince didn't have as many stage like those. You know those fantastic stage moments, those live moments that always stick with an artist, and that is always brought back whenever they talk about it.
Right.
Like I was watching Watch Mojo, that YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I do.
They have all the top 10s and everything, and they were talking about top 10 live stage performances. Now, I was really fucking upset with this because Prince was on there like number 4. You remember when Prince did Purple Rain for the Super Bowl and it actually started raining?
I was about to
And
bring that
he
up.
was on this wet ass stage. These dancers are fucking hitting it, and they're not slipping, they're not falling, and they're on like 8-inch heels too. And he is knocking out this performance. Yet they didn't have Michael Jackson's fucking when he first did the moonwalk for Billie Jean, which I believe was in.
That was Motown 25.
But where was that in America or was that in like?
That was in America.
Okay,
That was at,
because
like,
I'm thinking of his other performance where he did Smooth Criminal in Berlin in Germany, where he first did like the lean thing,
Okay.
where that really popular
Okay.
one. But the first moonwalk that he did when he was still Black Michael.
Right.
And and that wasn't on there yet. Mike has so many more of those stage defining moments, yet Watch Mojo didn't even bring it up, and it actually pissed me off.
And
Because
the thing
I
is-
think they're doing the same thing you were talking about. When someone dies, they make him better than the old person.
So let me explain. It's nothing about when he died. Like, I was already, because the thing is, in my house, they never really played a lot of Prince. Like, I
Okay.
probably knew a few, of course I knew like Purple Rain,
Right.
Little Red Corvette, I knew a few of the songs, but I didn't get a lot of Prince music when I was
Definitely,
coming up.
Michael was definitely much more main. I feel like on the
He
radio.
was more mainstream.
Yeah.
But the thing was, maybe like a year or two before Prince died, I started listening to it more. I started off with just listening to Purple Rain. And I was like, oh man, Purple Rain got like some hidden songs on here that are
Yeah.
like really good.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, let me go search
that
out some
didn't
other
get a lot
stuff.
of radio play,
Right.
Or at least not as much as Michael Jackson.
Right,
did
like
on TV.
Darling Nikki and all that. Like,
Yeah.
so he had hits. But so it's like when you go search out other hits, you're like, oh wow, Prince has like a gang of other songs that are like really good. And then I started to notice that I started appreciating Prince the older I got. And here it goes. like Michael Jackson. Me playing Michael Jackson music, I'm not having sex to Michael Jackson music.
Okay.
Okay. So of course, when I'm a young man, like an 8, 7, 10-year-old boy, of course I want to hear about Smooth Criminals
Right.
and Thriller Nights and all that.
Okay.
But when you become an older man,
Right.
you want to hear songs like
That you could thrust to.
Exactly. You want to
Yeah.
hear songs like Little Red Corvette.
Right.
You want to hear songs like that, or that that's going to seal the deal for you.
Damn, Greg, I like your style, man. That's
So,
so true.
so that's the thing. So I think as the older I got, I started appreciating Prince music more because I could understand it more.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than like putting on like a shuffled playlist and trying to bang, and all of a sudden like the wrong song comes on. You got fucking
Right.
Smooth Criminal coming on.
Like how am I supposed to have intercourse when fucking Stranger in Moscow?
Hey,
pops
thank
up?
you.
You know what I mean? Like nobody's fucking the Stranger in Moscow.
Now you got to reach over and grab the fucking the iPad and put the next song on.
Right. You got to hit shuffle, try to
Shit.
find something else.
And now it's like the next song isn't good either, and now you're like going through the whole thing. What song do you want to hear? It's like it kills the whole movie. I like what you're thinking, Greg.
Why don't you guys try fucking to like rock or
I don't-
metal?
I don't listen to that.
But not like crazy like.
I don't wanna
Are you
death
talking,
metal.
are you talking about Green Day?
Green Day?
I fucking. See, look. Now I'm just thinking of a porn and trying to put Green Day over to see how it goes, and it's not going good in my head. I meant like alternative bands like Tool or something like that, or Perfect Circle.
Who's that?
You don't know who Tool is?
You know,
Are you talking about yourself? Because you are a tool. I have no
Yeah,
That's
clue who that
hurtful.
is.
That's very
I
hurtful.
don't want to be angry.
Yeah, you gotta listen to some.
Like hold on. You guys just put me on Tame Impala. Let's
Yeah,
take baby steps.
Tame
okay?
Impala, yeah, check
Let's
out Tame
take
Impala.
baby steps. with
Tame Impala's awesome.
Well, I would
You could-
say-
I think you could fuck the Tame Impala.
Yeah, you can.
You can. But the thing is, you're not fucking the bin. Okay, you're not fucking the bin. All right. And excuse the train.
Ben.
Yeah.
They can't hear that train.
Yeah, you're not fucking the bin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but and I think the thing with like Michael and how you were saying like with your parents, how he was kind of big, not as much, and then when you're a kid,
Yeah.
MTV's around.
Right.
Once MTV showed up and you could just turn the TV on and all of a sudden you got fucking every music video. It was like Thriller. The Thriller music video was like a movie.
Right.
That was the coolest fucking
Right.
thing.
Y'all don't know how bad I missed that though.
Like MTV playing music.
MTV playing music, because I don't know if you guys, because you guys are a lot more elderly than me. You guys are pretty much senior citizens compared
I'm the
to
same
me.
age as you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys ever did this, but when I would wake up to get ready to go to school, and this is like grade school, so like seventh, sixth grade,
What year is that?
and
Go for it.
I don't fucking know.
How old are you?
How old are you?
I am. But if I graduated in 2011 and I went to high school in 2007, that's got to be like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, we're
So-
the same age.
So
I graduated high school in 2006.
Oh, okay, yeah, man,
Yeah.
elderly, yeah. See,
I don't
And,
believe you though, Ivan. You're hairy as shit.
and I would wake up and I would immediately turn on MTV and it was on channel 60, and they would play music videos, all the good rock and rap songs, and just waking up, getting dressed, getting ready to go to school while hearing all this good music. And I really think like that made people a lot more musically open because it introduced all this alternative rock and all this punk rock and hip hop and everything. I think that's why people in my generation can accept so much of that, while your old ass is only like hip hop only, fuck rock.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? No,
Like, that's fine.
I've listened to, like, when I was, in grade school, like, TRL was big.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
every afternoon at like 2 or 3, I would meet up with Carson Daly,
Come home from school,
and we would watch NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Eminem, Tom Green. We would,
I remember Tom Green.
you know what I mean? So that's the stuff that we would watch. But the thing is, of course, I'm listening to mostly rap because,
See those music videos.
don't say it's because you black, because race
No,
shouldn't have none.
first and foremost, why would I ever say something so foolish?
Come on.
As the only reason I listen to hip hop is because I'm black. The
'Cause that'd
only
be
reason I
racist.
listen to hip hop is because I'm African American, sir.
Black is
Don't
one
get
That's
color.
it
still
twisted.
racist. Look, it's popping up back there. I didn't do anything. It's
whatever you
so
do.
So you're gonna
Yeah,
click on it.
this computer that we're using,
So
and
you're
it's
gonna
not
click
mine, but a bunch of porn pops up. Oh,
So
that's
he
not good.
clicks on it.
I'm trying to get rid of it, okay? Dude, your fucking computer is so fucking shit right now.
Why did you click on it?
I hit X. I hit X to try and get rid of it. Alright, what's up?
Why did you have to fucking? It wants you to hit X. That's the whole point of the
Let me get
virus.
rid of it.
It brings you in by saying, "Please click us. Please click us." Ivan, the first thing he
Why
does
don't you get
is
rid of it?
click
Why don't you get rid of it?
The first thing you do.
I asked my girlfriend if I could
It's
wipe the computer,
click
but she's
it.
got computer pictures she wants to take off.
No,
What? Dude, this computer's so fucking fucked right now.
like
And now.
Ivan is the only.
You're
like,
sabotaging us.
right. This is pure sabotage.
This is look at this.
Trying
We're gonna have to restart the
fucking-
computer.
I'm trying to get rid of it. Oh my god. We didn't lose anything, but
Jesus.
that was really fucking scary and awkward and
No,
very
it's
weird.
only awkward because this is the second week in a row where there's obviously a virus on this fucking laptop. And
All right. Here's
And-
what you guys are gonna do.
listen.
You guys are gonna continue talking. I'm gonna try and get this fucking virus off this piece of shit.
no, we're in the middle of a podcast. This is not the time.
This is
Purely
horrible.
sabotage
Jesus.
at the hands of Ivan.
You guys don't understand what
little-
just popped up on
no.
the screen.
It was nothing.
literally the most disturbing fucking
It was
thing I've
not.
ever seen in
It
my
was like a
life.
little like cartoon.
It was like an anime.
It was an
Asian,
anime. It was there's
child.
no nakedness, and for whatever reason, Ivan wants to click on it.
I
It's-
did. I hit X.
What
I
that's-
hit the X.
What
The
I
X. It
believe
wants
is-
you to hit the X. It's
what
a
I believe
virus.
is, I believe Ivan has a thing for anime girls, and that's why you clicked it.
Judging by his facial reaction,
I
how he's
should- I
blushing
shouldn't
right
have never
now.
touched it.
Right, like Ivan is. Fucking,
I'm black. You don't see us when we blush.
No,
You're not
no,
black.
but we've already come to the conclusion that you're not black. Like right now, you just turned plum. So, so definitely you're not red.
I don't blush. I bruise.
It's fine.
All right. We're talking about MTV. Yeah. So I don't know. That's something I missed. But do you think MTV, with all the music videos that it had, when it would show the music, it also had a bunch of other great shows, like my favorite, Viva La Bam.
Viva La Bam, yes!
Yeah. Jackass was awesome. And basically any show where people are hurting themselves.
I was always,
I can
I was
get it.
always a Real World guy.
Wild Boys. Real World was fucking great too.
Best Real World ever. The first Real World Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a show like
Austin
Big
was
Brother back on MTV? Jersey Shore, I guess, was another popular show.
You guess.
That Jersey Shore was.
Dude, I fucking love
really
Jersey
big,
Shore.
Really big. They also had Road Rules on there.
Yeah.
Road Rules was
Road
awesome.
Rules was
Ooh,
really good.
you remember Next?
What the fuck is that?
Next was that you know what I'm talking about? They were on the
Dating
bus.
show?
Yeah, it was because they had a shit ton of dating.
Remember
shows on
Room
MTV.
Raiders?
I
Yeah,
remember
Room Raiders. But next, they had a dating show where 4 dudes or girls would
Sounds
get on a
kinda
bus.
familiar.
Would get on a bus, and one by one they'll come out and start the date. But the date automatically ends when the girl or a boy would say next. And there'll be times where a dude would just get off the bus, like he'll be all broed out.
remember that show.
He'll have
I
like
remember
he'll
that
have like the
show.
2006 like frosted spikes
Yeah.
with like the big dumb glasses on and a chain with the V-neck, and he'd come out like this. Yeah, and this girl's gonna totally fucking hop on me, man. Easy as that. It's done. I'm the one. He would get out right when he walks on the bus. He would give it like a nod, and the girl would go next. and then the guy. It was all fake. It looked so fake and cheesy and just hyped up. But I love that fucking show. I don't know why. Just
Well, that's
seeing
kind of
people
how
get
everything is now.
rejected.
It's that fake reality.
But that was awesome fake reality. I don't like this real reality, and it's all like negative too, like My 600-Pound Life and shit like that. About fat people getting their lives ruined, and hoarders about houses getting their houses ruining people's lives.
Well,
Like,
see, that's the thing. People,
It's-
that's what we want to watch.
we
as
want to
Americans.
watch people's lives
As long as it's
tear
not
apart.
happening to us.
Right, that's the thing. Like, I want to see somebody doing a lot worse than me. If you're like worse off than me, I can watch it. That's why people watch like Basketball Wives and shit.
I can't watch Hoarders though. Like Hoarders is probably one of the worst shows to watch because it makes you so angry. Because at a certain point, when I don't know if you ever saw a Hoarders episode,
No,
but
seen that.
it goes into the whole mental illness thing where
You start feeling bad for the people.
I don't feel bad for them.
Really?
Because a lot of them are really fucking selfish. They don't care about what they're doing to their families or the people around them. This lady was hoarding dead cats and the police dead cats, dude. She had hundreds of dead cats that were so decomposed that they were liquefied in like separate bags in a refrigerator.
Let me ask you a
Garbage and roaches
Was
everywhere.
she eating the cats?
No, she wasn't eating them.
Oh.
They were her pets that would eventually die. She had close to 250 dead cats in her house.
So she was a cat lady.
Yes, and she had a daughter. Her daughter got taken away, and they were like this: do you want to keep the dead cats, or do you want to keep your daughter? And for a moment, this bitch thought about it.
That kind of sounds like
That's where you get to the point that I understand that there are some people that deal with mental health problems like this, and it is a bad addiction. But that self-centered selfishness is never just addressed as ugly self-centeredness. Like, it's always seen as it's this addiction, it's this mental thing, but they keep giving these people attention. That's exactly what they want. They just want more and more attention. Oh, these people are here.
Yeah.
They're cleaning up my house. They're doing all this thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm here. It's the most enraging show. Frankly, I'm a big advocate of them just burning the house down.
Yeah.
Why fuck around and risk these people's lives to clean this toxic house?
Right, fuck them.
Dude, I don't know if you like pets. You like pets. This
I hate
lady
dogs.
had kittens. Kittens that the air was filled with so much ammonia that the kittens' eyes were popping out.
Yeah, fuck the
I
kittens.
wanted her to die.
Yeah, no, I was thinking too. You know,
I wanted her dead.
anybody who's a hoarder, I don't want to say subhuman, but very close. And if they could make camps for these hoarders to go into, Ivan, and I'm sure you would definitely agree with what I'm saying, judging by what you're saying, we should get rid of all the hoarders, corral them, and just let God sort them out.
Now there's
Just fuck
different
helping
types of
people.
hoarders.
That's what I wanted to
Fuck,
ask.
fuck helping people, right?
It's not helping people. They do try to help these people, but these people don't accept it. They want to keep their fucking garbage. And this isn't like
But no.
this isn't like
It's a TV show.
information hoarder. Information hoarders are people that collect newspapers or anything. That's a really hard hoard to get rid of because there's a reason they want to keep all this information. But I'm talking about the people with utter garbage in their house. It's literally all spider webs. It looks like a garbage dump in their house. To the point where you can't even walk into it.
Who are you to say what's normal, though? Maybe we're living wrong. Maybe they're the ones. Maybe we're meant to live like
I'll
that.
gladly live wrong if I don't have to worry about it raining cockroaches when I walk into my house. That sounds absolutely
It
fun.
makes for good TV, though. Like
It does make for good TV. I love watching it, but I also hate it at the same time because I'm literally just screaming at my TV.
Well, it goes
wanting
back
these
to
people to
being
fucking
able
be
to
burned.
watch
Ugh.
people who are way worse off
Right.
than you. It's like, wow, actually, my room doesn't. All these like cereal bowls and shit in my room right now.
Clothes all over the place.
They don't look
My
that
room
bad.
really ain't that bad compared to
Yeah.
this. Compared to that 20-foot rat's nest in this lady's corner. You know?
Those flies coming out of my drain. Actually, I'm not feeling too bad about those right now.
Those what?
What?
Huh?
You said flies come out of do flies come out of drains? Like, just random-
So I guess if your house is disgusting,
No, they're called drain flies. It happens a lot.
Are you serious?
Yes, I mean, if you like, I had them. I had to get rid of them. You had to put bleach down, because if like you get food down your drain
Right.
and it sits for a while.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've seen that because we actually had to get the pipes cleaned up in that sink right there where the garbage disposal is. And before we got it cleaned up, these little tiny bugs, I've noticed they were just like kind of on like near the spigot. They were just kind of walking around, and we're like, "What the
Can I
fuck,
ask you a
dude?"
question?
We've had to like clean them up and wipe
Quick
it.
question: is that a fucking word you just made up?
Spigot?
What? Yeah.
No, it's the water spigot.
Spigot.
What the fuck?
A spigot.
Where it comes, the water comes out the tap,
The tap.
the spigot.
Yeah, it's called a spigot.
They call it a tap because that's where you get tap water from, right?
But it's it's called a spigot. And you don't get tap water from it. You get normal water from it, but you get water from a tap, like a beer tap. You're not getting tap beer, you're just getting beer from a
That was
tap.
a good inside joke. Idiot.
Ivan, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Are you guys talking about cable stuff? And all that?
Like, unfortunately, Ivan, I didn't listen to one word you just said. I heard
You guys
beer.
were aggravating me.
I heard beer, then I heard
Hey,
tab.
look what's over there. Somebody's
Hey.
dying over there.
What?
Look.
Another reason of Ivan's pointing out an ambulance like he's never seen one before.
I'm hoping someone's life is in jeopardy.
But talking about ambulance,
You're an awful person.
Talking about ambulance.
let's get serious for a moment.
Okay.
Also coming up in 10 days is the anniversary of September 11th.
Never
Yay,
for-
National Jenga Day.
Whoa, never forget.
Never forget. Where were you, Jim?
I called off of school that day. For real.
I was off school that day.
I think I was in 7th grade. I remember it because like the rest, like that whole day, what they did is every class they rolled a TV into every class, and we just watched TV that entire.
I don't know
day.
why they did that. Why
That's
were they
depressing.
showing little kids that?
Because man,
it just to make them aware
Well, for
of-
one, you're a part of history, and the thing is, for one, I can understand it because you didn't know what they were going to do next.
Yeah.
So it's that thing of just staying, educated on it. Because I remember when I came home, I'm
There was
oh
no
shit,
internet.
my fucking parents might be getting killed today.
There was no
I don't
internet,
know.
dude. Yeah. No one
I
had
was,
cell phones.
I was at home, thankfully. I don't know why I stayed home. For me, I thought it was like a normal off day for me, but apparently there was a reason I stayed home. And I was at home that day, and my mom was watching it, and that was the first time I really ever seen my mom cry, because she started crying when she was watching it too, just out of fear, because it is very scary to see that. And I remember vividly. Now I could be wrong, but I remember vividly seeing my mom cry when watching
Now,
that shit.
I do have a theory about that. Now, not trying to be disrespectful in any way, but I think the reason that you see a lot of people crying about September 11th is because, like, America, we're one of, like, the few countries where we've never had a war actually on our soil.
I mean, sans
So-
Pearl Harbor,
but that's what I'm saying. But I mean, like, actually where they brought it to us. To where
you mean to civilians, not just a military base.
Right,
to
right.
civilians.
I mean, they brought the war to us. It was basically like, all right, cool, we're gonna strike first.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the fear came in. Is
Well-
I think we were just we
Caught off guard.
Yeah, it was that thing. It was like we weren't prepared for something like this could happen.
Yeah, 9/11 was. You got to think about it as a turning point in human history. You think if you go back, World War I was. I mean, our Civil War. If you go back, there's these blips in history that kind of are turning points and go one way or the other. And like in 1945 or 1944, 1941, when Pearl Harbor happened. America was not in the Second World War until Pearl Harbor. We were just kind of like neutral. We didn't want to have anything to do with it. We go into Pearl Harbor, it's World War II, which made us a superpower. If we never go into that war, we're just another country in the middle. So we become a superpower on that day. And then you look at September 11th. We were innocent before 9/11. After 9/11, look at what happened. Everybody is paranoid about terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
TSA, everything. It's like a new security world now. Everything is a lot more tight. The National Security Act or what is it? The National Defense Authorization Act. There's all these different restrictions and all this different stuff that it was in response to this terrorist act. And I just feel like we were so innocent that day. And afterward, it's like, fuck.
Like you
man,
grew up a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, you grew up a lot. Like even now, when I think about like that day.
Yeah.
I remember coming home, and usually when I came home from school, I would turn on TBS. They would be showing Mama's Family, then they would show Full House, and it wasn't on that day. I was watching the news for like 2 days straight.
On MTV for weeks, it was just like people. There was just coverage of like Ground Zero, like handing out sandwiches. I remember vividly, like they had like MTV News or some shit, and they were handing out like bologna sandwiches to like rescue workers and shit. It was like, Jesus Christ! You definitely did grow up very quickly.
Yeah, that's when you realize that the world isn't all peaches and cream.
Oh man.
But a good thing that came out of September 11th is, I don't know if you guys know this, one of the greatest albums of all time was released on that day.
On that day.
On that day, that very day. Any
What
guesses?
a what
Any
a
guesses?
horrible time to release an album. Like
Any guesses?
that's just some
Any
terrible.
guess? Have an idea?
Was it by Nas?
No.
Was it by Jay-Z?
The Blueprint came out September 11th.
That's not one of the greatest
2001.
albums.
First
That's
and
probably
foremost-
one of the worst albums.
First and
Jay-Z has
foremost,
ever
who gives a
done.
fuck about your opinion anyway?
Wait, so time out. quick conspiracy theory. Do you think September 11th was in response to the Blueprint? Do you
Because
think
it was so bad that they're like, oh, we got time to do
Sir, excuse me, sir. Blueprint.
It leaked on fucking
How-
on SoundCloud.
How can I take your opinion on the Blueprint when you have no clue who Dame Dash is? Like, how can I
I
take
do
your
know who
opinion?
Dame Dash is.
How can I take
He's
your
one of the
opinion?
people that started the rock.
Of course you know that after I told you. You have no clue who he is. The Blueprint had Takeover on there. One of the best diss songs ever. It had Song
was it dissing?
Cry on there. It was dissing us. It had
Oh,
Song
okay.
Cry on there. What else was on there? I think Izzo was on there. What The Ruler's Back is on there. Girls, Girls, Girls is on there. Like Renegade is on there.
Girls. Isn't
Oh,
that
with Eminem?
Man,
I love that fucking
yeah,
song.
so, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't take your opinion serious at all. You know nothing. You know nothing
Nothing,
about
Jon Snow.
hip-hop. You know nothing at all.
I know one thing about really, really good hip hop. Probably some of the best hip hop. It was almost the anniversary. We just missed it. Vanilla Ice releasing Ice Ice Baby. We just. I don't know if that's true or not, but
That's
Greg looks like he wants to strangle me right now.
First and foremost, sir, you will not sit back here and disrespect the Blueprint 1. You can do whatever you want against the Blueprint 2 and 3, but you will never disrespect the Blueprint 1.
I want to look at the reviews of the Blueprint.
Especially Song Cry.
Song what?
Song Cry, you don't know that song? Well, luckily for you, I have some lyrics pulled up from Song Cry right here.
Greg Z is about to recite fucking Jay-Z's great fucking.
This is poetry, asshole.
Are you gonna do Jay-Z's voice or are you gonna do it Greg?
No, of course not. No, of course
Song
not.
Cry
Respect,
is
respect.
number 10 on the Blueprint. The
First-
Blueprint had a lot of fucking songs on it.
Blueprint had like 13 songs.
15.
Good dude. I know you love me like cook food. Even though an N-word gotta move like a crook move.
You can say that, and
We
we're on the
was
podcast.
together on the block since free lunch.
We won't lose any sponsors.
We should have been together having Four Seasons brunch. We used to use umbrellas to face the bad weather. So now we travel first class to change the forecast. Never in bunches, just me and you. I loved your point of view because you held no punches. Still, I left you for months on end. It's been months since I checked back in.
Wow.
Well, somewhere in a small town, somewhere locking them all down, wood grain, foreign chain, armor all down. I can understand why you want a divorce now, though I can't let you know it. Pride won't let me show it. Pretend to be heroic. That's just one to grow with. But deep inside, a nigga's so sick.
Wow. 10 out of 10.
I
That-
can't see it
that-
coming down my eyes.
Wow.
but I
Not
gotta
done
make
yet.
this song cry.
That was the
You're on the
worst
next round.
fucking poem I've ever heard in my life. I thought it was terrible.
Well,
I have a much better one.
Well, first and foremost, sir, you're not as cultured.
I
as
have a
normal
much better one. How about this? World of shadows, too blind to cry. Worms crowded together, too weak in want. Running from reflection to reflection, we measure the world with measure of our blindness. Can you see while looking at the shadows? Can you touch the shapeless illusion? Can you hear the echo of words never told? Can you taste your own transitory notions? One color of earth shimmering with different shades, shapeless shadows independent of the light, kneeling in the ruins of sacred towns, crying on ashes of refuted truth. We shall remain and dream again, and moment of awakening is too short to recognize.
Was that Green Day?
No. Why did you keep That was Eternity Too Short by Decapitated.
Too short? That don't sound like no Too Short I've heard.
Eternity Too Short by
The
Decapitated.
Too Short I know made Blow the Whistle. So I don't know
You
this
know,
Too
man,
Short you're
you know
talking
what?
about.
All right,
Fuck,
my turn.
fuck Jay-Z, fuck Too Short,
My
and,
turn.
and fuck whatever Maze or whatever his fucking name is, whoever that helped this douchebag start Rockefeller. Jay-Z isn't relevant until he just released out his new album, 444.
All right.
That's the only good album he's ever released. That's the only good album that should be fucking thought of.
You sound just like a poser.
I'm about to drop some lyrics here, guys. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. And you know another N can't handle it. See, you're shaking that thing with the, like who's the ish with a look in your eye so devilish.
Is he singing Genuine?
That's another reason you're a poser.
Yeah.
That is Genuine.
You like to dance at all the hip hop spots,
Scandalous.
and you like to cruise, like connect the dots. Not just urban, she likes the pop.
Oh, this is Living La Vida Loca.
Cause she was living La Vida Loca.
I thought it was
Sir.
I thought it was what's that song? She got dumps like a truck.
That is that song, sir.
Got that?
You
Oh,
will
it is that
You
song.
will never disrespect the god Cisco.
Cisco.
Like that.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was Genuine. I don't think
That
I know
song's
that.
Because, sir, you're a poser. You don't know anything.
I
about
never
it.
claimed
You know
to know
nothing
a lot about rap.
You know nothing about urban.
I
music.
never claimed
And
to
that's
know
not a rap
anything
song.
about
That's an
urban.
R&B song.
It doesn't matter. It's made by a black gentleman. It's
So what you trying to-
automatically hip hop.
So what are you trying to say?
I like when the beat goes da 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 da. It's really hard to read and sing. That's kind
Like, I don't know if, like, of course you all can't see this, but this guy, Ivan, has a big-ass picture on his wall of fucking Frederick Douglass,
Yes.
Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, fucking...
That's like the,
know.
the,
Fucking
the 12
the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X is on here.
The reason why I have that is so when my friends come over, I can say that they look like one of those guys.
That's awful.
I can just
Well-
especially my friend Greg. I said he looked like that dude right there.
Well,
the one
Ivan-
with the sash over his shoulder.
Well, Ivan,
You don't know who he is?
No, I don't know who that is.
Well, Ivan, we all know you look like Harriet Tubman, so there you go.
No, people say I look more like Don King or whoever this is. Don, yeah, that might as well be Don King. It looks like him.
Oh my god. Okay, we've kind of gotten off the rails.
Wait,
here.
I need to see who that is. What's that?
Jesus.
That's Mary McLeod Bethune. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Of course,
Yeah,
you don't know
and
anything
definitely
about your
everybody
black history.
listening
They
to the
got
podcast right now
Sojourner
can
Weaver.
definitely see what you're pointing at.
All right,
Sojourner Weaver.
that's Sojourner Truth, sir.
That's Sojourner Weaver. This is that's Gucci Mane.
That's W.E.B. Du Bois.
This is Barack Obama.
That does look Barack Obama.
This is
That's also Barack Obama.
this is Jamie Foxx. This is
You know, Ivan, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't think you should be able to take off Martin Luther King Day. You need to be able to work on Martin Luther King days. Because you know why? Martin Luther King, he wasn't giving those speeches and marching for someone like you.
Hey, I don't
You're a
think he was. I
terrible
don't think he was
person.
talking to you.
Yeah, I don't think he meant you. I think he meant you needed to still be segregated against. So what I'm gonna
me
do
away
is
from everyone.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my money towards getting a water fountain that says for Ivans only. And that's the only shit you can drink out of because you need to be segregated again.
Do I still get to make Kool-Aid?
No.
All you get is hose water.
No. You take your big hairy ass to the back of the bus
Yeah.
where you belong.
All right, weight it down because it slides in the wintertime. We need something heavy in the bag.
Right. Now, to get on something a little
mean.
bit more serious,
That's mean.
a hurricane just came through, of all places, Texas.
It's fucking up everything. Yeah, the hurricane's been great.
Rest in peace, JJ.
the hurricane's been great.
It's been great.
It's been
You
awesome.
sound like that asshole 4-5.
It's been
Oh,
giving
wow.
us. It's been giving us.
been
The hurricane's been great. I've been getting a lot of publicity from it. It's been awesome.
No,
Very
you gotta think,
exciting.
though. For him, it's got to be awesome because now instead of talking about all the shit that he's been up to, everybody's talking about the hurricane. It's fucking great for that administration.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think I was looking at something. They said he's the only president, like when a natural disaster came through, he's the only president that hasn't actually went and gone and seen the victims. He's met like mayors and governors and shit. He has not met the victims of the hurricane. And then when he did meet some people, he was on a fucking fire truck and he says, "Oh, great, thanks for coming out. This is a great turnout." Like, what type of, like, I'm really starting to believe that he's
He
wondering-
treated it like it was a concert or something.
I'm really
like-
starting to believe that he's trying to figure out a way to
Yes.
get out of this White
But
House.
are we really fucking surprised? He is not. He's whether you agree with his politics or not, because a lot of people will argue that he is changing a lot of good things, especially for veterans. He's bringing a lot of good stuff. He's just not a good political speaker. He's just not. No, some people say that he's making. I don't know the exact stuff, but people are saying that he's making veterans' lives
Really?
easier. But he's also cutting a lot of funding from like the National Guard and shit like that, and FEMA or whatever the fuck
I
that is.
think-
Apparently,
Yeah, I
That's a
think
big thing.
when he talks and when he's impulsive, it shows kind of his kind of personality. But going back to the response
Not
for
presidential.
Houston, or Harvey that hit it, I do like that the response from the government has been quicker than with Katrina.
oh
Instead of-
hell yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
lot faster.
the Navy's already sending 2 ships down to sit off the coast, which is going to be huge.
Thing is, you can't. It's almost like this. When you fuck up that bad one time,
Yeah.
you'll look really bad if you fuck up a second
Oh
time.
yeah, they were
So
taking
you
this one.
really got to be
And Katrina kind of came out of nowhere in some way. When Katrina hit, I think technologically,
It was pretty.
it was.
I think the whole thing was that it could have been prevented.
I think the whole thing is it's a hurricane. I think they knew about it a few weeks out, right?
Well, no, because like they had the opportunity to strengthen the levees earlier. I thought that was the whole thing with Katrina.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
they never did it though. I heard something about that too. They were supposed to reinforce the levees, but they never
But
did.
going with Houston, they prepared, but it's a once in 1,000-year storm. So you can only prepare for so much.
But it happened 15 years ago.
No, we're with Houston right now. So they
Maybe
prepared.
not 15. I probably fucked up my math on
It
that.
was-
But
Oh my god.
Actually, this storm hit almost almost to the day of the anniversary of Katrina, a few days before.
it's a prophecy.
Man, but
Yeah.
but dude, look at fucking this. Climate change is happening right now, because pretty much since August 15th or so, like India has been flooded just as bad. Like they've been getting monsoons nonstop.
Now they're saying
villages are
another
destroyed.
hurricane is coming. Hurricane Irma.
Irma's gonna come
Irma's
East
coming.
Coast.
Now, a little bit off. Well, still on topic. Where the fuck are they getting these old ass names from?
Dude,
Who the fuck is still named?
I remember
running out of
learning.
names.
I remember learning in school. They taught this.
Yet there wasn't a Hurricane Ivan yet.
Yeah, there was.
Or
Well,
was there?
Ivan.
But that was back in the day. I'm talking
Ivan-
about a re-improved
Ivan, you're
Hurricane
a
Ivan.
hurricane.
Ivan-
Buffets everywhere.
Ivan came before.
That was so mean. That was so fucking mean.
Ivan came before Katrina. I think.
I'm sorry.
That was really fucking rude.
I'm sorry.
Aw.
I take-
Apology accepted.
I
but-
take it back.
Yeah, man. It must. I would not want to live on the coast. I would hate to be living on Key West or somewhere in Florida right now.
Wait, is this supposed to be hitting Florida? 'Cause I know some people on like
I think
near
it's-
like Jersey and shit
I
too.
think,
And
yeah, it's gonna hit up there. But I'm saying in general, this is just the beginning, man. Like all the climate change stuff is
and
catching
people
up
keep
with us.
denying it. Yet all these credited scientists are saying that this is happening, is something we need to prepare for. Yet these fucking fool, dude. Ann Coulter said that she would rather believe that it's punishment for gays, God punishing us for gays, than she would believe climate change actually exists.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Thanks a lot, 4-5.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, 4-5 for
Validating
that.
what she's.
Yeah.
Dude, that it literally made me fucking sick. to my stomach.
Al Gore tried to tell you.
Not that she had something shitty to say about gay people, because those idiots are still around where people have something shitty to say about gay people. Even gay people are aware of that. It's the fact that she's so willing to deny it and then just blame it on gay people in the same Twitter tweet. Like, just the most willful ignorance. They just won't accept anything, and it's fucking.
Yeah.
It's oh my god, it's so frustrating, man.
You look frustrated.
It really is frustrating.
Just
Because as a godless heathen, I see these fucking idiots that say, "Oh, this is God's reason why. This is God's reason," and you just make you go rub your head like, "This is how we stay dumb. This is how we stay dumbed down. It's because we believe the shit, and this is what's gonna kill us, man."
Well, look, man. I think another legendary poet, Deion Sanders.
Oh, okay.
Who the
Prime
fuck
time.
is Deion Sanders?
Prime time.
Oh my fucking god. Ivan, you do not know who Deion Sanders is.
Well, he was number 43, right?
Yeah.
43rd president of the United States of America
W.
in the Bronx. Yep, W. Deion W. Sanders.
What Deion Sanders said was, don't let this storm, which is a natural disaster, this is nature. This is nothing but nature. Don't use this storm as an excuse for your fucked up life. which is a man-made disaster.
Yeah.
Ivan, he was speaking to you
Yes, he was.
for not knowing who Beyonce
For
was.
my fucked up life,
and you could put that
my
on my
life,
tombstone.
my life is in order. I just got done smashing a spider with a guitar today. I got drum set. I watched some TV.
You what?
I watched some TV.
You what?
I played some games, and I was fixing the Arc server, and I totally fucked it up. And my life is in order, dude. What's your life been like, huh? You about to get married? About to have some kids and shit?
Hey, Ivan, I don't know if you know this, but I've been married for a while now.
Yep.
You're already married.
Wonderful family, beautiful family.
I don't know if you know this.
Wonderful family, beautiful family.
I don't know, Ivan. My life is great because every Friday at 2 p.m. Hopefully,
Roughly.
2:10, 2:15.
Maybe Friday.
Yeah, maybe a
Saturday.
Friday, Saturday-ish. I get to come into your home and make fun of you.
Yeah.
So I'm doing really good.
And you're a good sport about it, so thank you.
Yeah. You take it in stride, even though I try to say the most hurtfulest things I can say.
It's because I know it's true. I can't really fight it. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta live with it, you know.
I try to hit you. I try to go as low as I can, and I just want to see, okay, which one is gonna really hurt.
Nothing's
Then
worked.
All right,
nothing's
all right.
worked. Just-
Enough about me and my failures. Let's talk about the successes of the successful people and what they've done to contribute to Hurricane Harvey. So Kevin Hart started this meme where he would go around and he would take a video of himself and he would be like, "Yo, we gotta come together, man. We gotta fucking donate to this shit." And a lot of celebrities actually started donating money. Chris Brown donated $100,000. Michael Blackson's black ass, he donated $5,000. I believe
$5,000.
$5,000.
Okay.
And I believe
I donated $5 too.
one other celebrity donated $10,000, but Chris Brown had the most for
me ask you a
$100,000,
question.
and that's a
Are
good
we,
fucking
are we
Jerry Jones did a mill.
sure? Are we
Jerry
sure where
Jones.
this? Are we sure this money is going to?
That's why I'm hoping they're not donating to the Red Cross, because the Red Cross is fucking for profit. They will take some of that money and use it for themselves.
Like, are we sure? But then another thing,
I thought that too.
I think
I
maybe
don't
I'm
trust
wrong
Red
for
Cross,
thinking this is. It's a thing where you like a lot of times when these disasters happen, like in Michigan when the water thing happened, a lot of celebrities they came out. It was almost this thing
A publicity
I
thing.
think that's the thing. I think charity is publicity.
But wait, is that necessarily a bad thing though? Isn't that something we kind of want it to be?
No, you know
instead of ignoring it being publicity.
It's a little bit of both because it's a good thing because they're trying to get publicity, so they're donating.
They're donating,
but it's
yeah.
a bad thing when because you know what's going to happen. This is going to dry up soon. We're going to forget about it. The next time Trump tries to touch a pussy,
Yeah.
we're going to be on that.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen is these celebrities, you won't hear about it anymore.
Right.
You know, and that's just the cycle that we're in. Whatever is hot, a celebrity is going to jump on it. The moment it's not hot anymore, they are off doing something else.
Like, remember Haiti and Darfur and all those other...
Right, you know what I mean? That was the thing.
the ACL fucking ice bucket challenge. That
Right.
was also another good one.
Right.
And
ALS.
yeah, ALS, yeah.
So
and they were fucking like Charlie Sheen. Charlie. I said Charlie.
Huh? Who's that again?
I said,
Who's that? Who?
I said Charlie Sheen.
Who? Wow, Ivan.
I said Charlie Sheen.
Wow. Wow, you must have been sniffing some bleach before we got here.
No, I just someone was blowing a particular thing in my face, and now I think I got caught.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so the thing, I just think
You're the fucking worst, Jim. You're the fucking worst.
but I think a lot of celebrities, they're doing this for the publicity. And not saying they're not doing it out of the kindness.
I still don't think
kindness
that's a
of their
bad thing,
heart.
though.
It's not a bad thing, but I am saying that, you know, like the same way that we're out here, we're trying to like challenge celebrities to donate. Let's do this shit all around, all year round. Like there is some shit to donate to.
Yeah.
There's something to donate to.
Yeah.
Like I know it because shit. Every time I see
Fucking
motherfucking
miserable.
homeless people on the street every day. So there's something to give your money to. Not only when there's a big disaster that's going to bring you publicity. So
Do
so.
you think churches within certain brackets should be taxed?
Nah, not if you're the Joel Osteen.
Osterman.
let me-
Isn't Osterman like another brand? Isn't
Now,
that like a food brand?
Let
or
me tell you
something?
something about church. I'm not a really religious person, but the one main reasons I say I'm not a religious person is because I don't trust churches. I don't trust the people who are behind them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why would you? Nothing like having a bunch of poor people come into
the
this
thing
big
is-
fucking
But
palace.
the thing is, I'm not like
Give their money to some
I'm not
rich
exactly
pastor.
sure in your. I'm not sure what race you are, Ivan. But I know in my home, my grandmother went to the church every Sunday, every Thursday. She was
Right.
in the church. Now, who am I to tell her, hey, I don't trust this guy who's behind it? Where do you know where your money's going when you're giving him the collection plate? Now, who am I to say that? But I do know I've tried it. I've gone to churches. I've tried many times. But it's something about it when I walk in, it just doesn't connect to me. Like,
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I remember I went to a missionary with my auntie, and it was the funniest thing I've ever
excuse
seen.
me, you what?
You
I went-
missionary to your
You
auntie?
missionary your auntie?
That's very disturbing. I went to a missionary
How'd your auntie-
with my. Shut the fuck up. I went to a missionary
Oh,
Are you
with
Jon
my.
Snow?
Nice Game of Thrones reference thrown in there. I went to a missionary with my auntie, and we were. I was sitting there, and this is the first time I was actually in a church like this. It's not like a church where they just have the fat pastor up front going, on the seventh day he fucking. No, it wasn't that. It was a Baptist missionary, and they were like this. He will save you, and he will save you from burning in hell. And then they start playing like really fast music, and then some lady behind me caught the Holy Ghost, and she was like doing like this weird like witch dance or
Yeah,
something.
you
I
get
was
caught in a trance.
I was seriously fucking disturbed inside of it. I seriously thought there's like a mental health
So the
issue
thing
going
is, though,
on here
I
right now.
believe that people can get the Holy Ghost.
What?
But the thing is, and the thing is, I could almost understand the show of it. Church, like, it's like majority black churches. It's a show. You come in, you got the loud music going, you got the band up there,
Yeah,
you
it's
got the preacher. He's up there wiping the
The,
sweat off.
the music was good, man.
You get
Like,
caught up
I
in
was-
the energy
Right, you're
of
in
everybody.
it.
Yeah.
You're in it. But the thing is, it's when the music is cut off, and I'm trying to see who this guy is.
Is the dude.
Who are you as a man?
Right.
I cannot.
It's
connect
no
with.
longer like a ritual. It's no longer like this big dance that everybody's doing, and like we're agreeing that all right, we're like, okay, we're doing this. Like it's like I don't. It's hard to explain, but like think of like almost like True Blood, like when everybody gets put in a trance, and like season 2. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Right. Where she puts everybody in a trance, they're like you become zombies like for that minute, but then when everything stops. It's just some fucking dude talking to you, man.
It's just some guy.
It's just a fucking dude who's good at talking. If you're good
Read-
at talking, you
reading
can
some
lead
old
anybody.
ass book.
Right. Wow.
Sorry
Thanks-
about
thanks
that.
a lot.
Stop
Ivan.
playing with that.
I just deafened all of our
Yeah.
listeners.
Sorry about that.
Thanks a lot, Ivan. Again,
I dropped the mic.
Like I just wonder if
It's not supposed to be like that. That's why it was off balance. It was like falling all over the place. We need to weight more centered on this mic, okay?
I feel like you're the one that set it up like that, dude.
I never said it up like that.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All right.
Whoa.
that was
Whoa.
a good podcast, guys.
Yeah. So
Thanks, Ivan.
We're at the end stretch here. This was Tacos with Friends. Thank you guys for listening. It was very fun. I got ragged on a lot today,
You
and
did
I
this
thought
to yourself.
and I thought it was very unfair. But thank you guys for listening. Please support the podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Drink water.
Drink a lot of water. Yep.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated out there. Bye-bye, guys.